The Worth the Wait pressure update is finally out after all this time. This video is a full review breakdown of every part of the update. Check the video timestamps if you want to see a specific topic. This update genuinely blew my mind. I cannot exaggerate to you how shocked I was by some of the new additions. This video is split into two parts, the second half reviewing more towards the secret route and rescue mission, so it'd be greatly appreciated if you watch that too. Anyways, if you enjoyed these videos, leave a subscribe, it would make me really happy. Enjoy the review. And oh my lord, where do I even start? Searchlights was the primary grand encounter and pressure before this update, but when compared to the new stuff, the devs just knew they had to upgrade this grand encounter, and boy did they deliver. What have they done to Searchlights?
What's gonna happen?
Oh my god!
Oh, it was water! What is that?
No, we're not underwater. The water
back
is
up.
Well, I know the water's above us. What?
12? Okay.
Whoa, oh my god, so much faster. Jesus.
The entire Searchlights room got a huge overhaul, looking absolutely stunning. It feels so much less cramped while still feeling, well, destroyed. The room isn't just a partially torn up facility with random construction and shelves, it's a two-layered storage room with a functioning conveyor belt, has way more natural feeling hiding spots, and is a lot more interesting to traverse around than the previously flat room. The conveyors can even be reversed in direction to move swiftly across them to escape the now buffed Searchlights. Their comically predictable pathfind is out the window, and they now move faster and in a more natural way. The hooks feel way more monster-like, where it isn't just an instant death and can be dodged. The speed of giving to Searchlights makes it a lot more adrenaline pumping, and the severe cut down on hiding spots was a genius move. Searchlights feels so much more complex with the gameplay overhaul, and it's no longer a snooze fest. The entrance to the grand encounter is also a lot more interesting. We're using the tram entrance to take you to a storage part of the black site, offering a way cooler introduction to Searchlights as a whole instead of falling down a random pit. The generators also got a remodel, feeling infinitely more natural and smooth.
Yeah, check the get generating. Look, is it different? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Searchlights got such an insane improvement in this update, and somehow it still ends up, in my opinion, being the weakest out of the three grand encounters. But I'm still blown away. This is one of the only parts of the update that got a giant improvement, so comparing it to its older self makes me so happy. But Searchlights got even more love in this update. The devs completely reworked the final encounter. This entire final section was most definitely people's biggest complaint in this game for being underwhelming, and wow, was this also pretty insane to see. The entire battlefield was completely remade with a lava river, a tower in the middle, trench bleeder remodel, and so much more. While keeping the same general playstyle, the optional commentator to help you throughout is such an amazing touch, and some other neat features such as the air vents sprinkle on a nice layer of different types of obstacles. But Searchlights shockingly got extended too. After completing the generators, you actually go inside this little area with the switch, and then the final trial gets completely changed up. It now takes place in an underwater facility type area with extremely tightly placed Searchlights. You have to traverse through each area and extremely carefully get to the lever after lever to avail each wall, while also avoiding extremely dangerous air vents. Once finally hitting that last lever through all this chaos, a shaft opens up to the exit, finally back to the black site after watching a jaw-dropping recreation of the final cutscene of the Searchlight getting killed by the trench bleeder to cut off the music. Wow. I am a huge fan of this well-deserved difficulty spike. This was so needed for such an admittedly drawn-out and easy finale to pressure, and the new song actually feels intense, but I'll get into that later. To talk more about this game having a way more deserving ending, let's talk about the 5-minute ending cutscene that came out of nowhere. This is essentially the original ending text if it were drawn into a real, breathing film, citing several lines and feeling, well, real.
And don't bother telling anyone what you saw. No one will believe you anyway.
Getting escorted out like a real prisoner, the natural interactions between the security guards actually feeling legit.
Everything works. Shut up, man. No way. Imagine if that were true.
And the overall atmosphere giving an almost unsettling feeling of freedom. It's overall just really cool. It feels so deserving to see our hard work pay off in the form of freedom and satisfaction. And even just the feeling of being back on living ground almost feels eerie after what you just scraped through. This cutscene adds pressure in such a satisfying, well thought out manner. But this is where the update gets really good, in one of the 2 new grand encounters being absolutely amazing. Firewall absolutely stunned me when I played it for the first time, wrapping my head around the fact that this was still pressure.
My God.
Oh, this is difficult! Oh god, this is difficult!
No, get stuck for a minute.
No!
Oh no, no, okay,
No!
okay.
Oh, you don't die, you don't die. Awesome.
You don't die immediately,
Oh.
you don't die immediately.
A giant obstacle course with admittedly extremely addicting mechanics and almost snappy feeling physics. This entire section is just insanely adrenaline rushing and visually astonishing. This game introduces you to the mechanics to you really well, not letting you pass until you admit to the knowledge of all the movements. Monkey bars, sliding, dashing, double jumping, wall vaulting, you name it. Everything here is just incredibly fun.
You can double.
Whoa! What? What? That's crazy.
What the heck?
Okay, and then you crash through the wall.
Wow.
Okay.
That's kind of hard to do.
Okay, I already made it.
Okay,
Oh,
this
this
is
is
wall
so
run, right?
hard to control.
Jump again to bounce off. Okay, I see.
You gotta double jump back.
Whoa!
You gotta double
I
jump
am
back.
not ready for
This is
bro.
I'm not ready,
crazy.
bro.
Something extremely notable I got out of this minigame that I wish was acknowledged more is the difficulty. Firewall took me 4 proud attempts to beat, and I'm very, very happy with my progression throughout. The difficulty and length of the rooms genuinely felt true and legit, and I highly wish they didn't nerf Firewall, but it does seem most of the nerfs were either directed toward mobile players or sight reading issues, which is totally fair, I guess. Oh, and the song, man, I'll get into that later. In summary, Firewall is a real banger. It flips the game's mechanics upside down and really offers you something to be so damn excited for. Just remember to take off your jumpsuit. I'll never forget how I did this. I would say Firewall was my favorite part of the update, if not the presence of Abomination. Yes, the Abomination Grand Counter is by far the most content and work you'll find out of worth the wait. This is basically the showstopper of the game, the encounter that blows everything else out of the water.
Hello.
I'm gonna... What on earth?
Whoa.
Oh, okay, this is it.
Oh, this is
Oh,
it.
no.
Oh no, this is it. Oh no, no, no,
Oh,
no, no. Okay.
no.
Might die, guys. I
Oh,
might
no,
die.
crazy. Hold on. Okay.
There's a waiter. There's a wait.
Oh, yep. Okay. Okay, so we know what, is there like energy on it?
No.
Okay, I'm just going. This entire section arguably has the best visuals, animation, atmosphere out of any build I've ever seen on Roblox. This encounter takes place in a black site's maintenance tunnels. These cramped, eerie, deep underwater vents that twist and wind all around to connect from place to place. It is made extremely clear these tunnels aren't ever made for players to enter and exit. Completely removing the actual action from this encounter, these tunnels actually freak me the hell out. I can't get over the almost disgustingly creepy vibes I get from how deep underwater they make me feel, how far away you are from safe land. At least the black site makes you feel like you're meant to be there. The greenish color scheme really sells it for me. This grand encounter takes place in a series of pipes not designed to be traveled to, unless you need them for extreme circumstances. To traverse such tunnels, you're essentially given an underwater glider to make your way through these pipes, guided by Navi. Unfortunately, there's a beast lurking in this deep down ocean, Abomination, who brutally chases you throughout the pipes the entire time as the most adrenaline-rushing grand encounter I've ever seen. You speed through these extremely winding pipes with fan blades to dodge. The entire sequence of pathing just astounded me. The feeling of darting straight down and up at a full 180 to stay in control and spinning around, an awkward 270-degree turn while also moving upwards at a spinning movement, I almost feel motion sick for how insanely well pulled off this pathing is. It is the most badass feeling to weave your way so smoothly but dangerously in these pipes. It still makes me twitch just looking back. Wow. The outdoor section ramps it up even more, with the fish launching straight at you, forcing you to move in any direction while also dodging the sea mines and walls, or stopping from straying too far off into the ocean. Being able to see the black site from out here is also an amazing touch, and even one of the settings goes off in the ocean near the translator. It's just so cool. Aside from a major sight reading overlook, I managed to beat this encounter on my first real attempt and it felt insanely good. Abomination is by far my favorite part of this update. This just feels too good to be true for Roblox. With the biggest stuff out of the way, let's dive into the other features of this new update. This update added 3 new room types. Well, 2 of them already existed, but that doesn't matter. First is the outskirts, the construction part of the facility used in the hunt. With a lack of unique monsters found in the hunt, such as the crooked and the rebarb, this area is a bit lackluster minus the visuals. The only real gameplay difference is the lights being significantly dimmer, therefore making it a lot harder to identify an angler coming. Aside from this, I like the outskirts. It is visually really interesting and simply offers more variety in the black site, which never hurts. Next is the mantle, renamed from the vault area of the hunt earlier this year. Now, talking visually, this mantle has a sick looking entrance and immediately throws you into the last phase of the event with lava exploding out of pipes and deadly steam to run your way out of. This area still lacks a bit of what made it special in the hunt, but it still does a nice change of pace and it's just really cool to encounter, maybe once in a run. I do wish it went on a bit longer though, and it was just a little bit harder. The oxygen tanks are surprisingly common, and I would have liked to see a bit more difficulty in this room type. Now, the only brand new room type seen in this update is the admin rooms, which I actually am a big fan of. The entrance is really neat, and these rooms just feel different from the rest of the game. They have a dimmed red color winding through all the hallways, side rooms, and well, everything. The colors feel super calm and almost like a more chill place of the game. The place is flooded with side rooms and lockers, as if it's meant to be more of a break and feel more comfortable. The layout of the rooms are small hallways that feel way different from the rest of the game, and usually are lit up a bit easier. The visuals like the screens and bookshelves are also really pretty. I feel this area would have benefited from a gameplay switch up, or at least could have felt a little less like a maze, but I can't ask for too much. All three new room types are still awesome additions to the game. Well, not even the lobby could go without getting an insanely good update. This place was getting horribly cramped and messy before this update, so it was entirely remade and is absolutely amazing now. Every new game mode was organized in a hallway and left space for more, and the place was somehow both expanded and feels less messy, and they even added some cool secrets like an outdoor area. Oh yeah, and the whole lobby runs under a weather cycle now. We spent a solid 20 to 30 minutes just exploring this insanely expensive lobby as if it was its own game. It just blew my mind. Along with the UI overhaul and such too, everything about the lobby was just improved. I'm glad they kept the same details as well, because that sure did not need an upgrade, but it still gave the lobby a really neat overhaul that we didn't deserve. But this update is still going out with waves of new content, such as 2 brand new and extremely cool items, along with the sprint getting a rework. First is the defib, a simple revive item, notably being both extremely rare and expensive. It feels like a privilege to get our hands on an item that just simply entirely revives a player. It's just so good and makes multiplayer a lot less frustrating when you get killed because of something like every locker being taken. Though, I am really annoyed that you don't drop this item when dead. I understand why, it's obvious, but did they need to do this? I'm not sure. The Sebastian scanner is definitely my favorite of the two though. It is an item, research, and keycard scanning item, removing a giant layer of annoyance in this game. The way it works is really neat. A pre-recorded Sebastian sarcastically yelling at you while you use it is just really funny, and the extremely low battery life was a really good decision. This item does make a lot easier, but its rapid power decline actually makes batteries viable outside of endless. I've literally never had a light run out of juice in a regular run, making batteries pointless, so this is a finally worthy investment. And oh my god, these devs just can't stop shocking me, can they? They had the guts to rework sprint into letting you jump? Literally this entire game was built on a foundation of not being able to do such a thing, and the devs decided to not double down and let this item let you roam free and break the game in any way you'd like. This is so goddamn cool. I can't express just how neat of an idea this is. The potential for this item is just crazy now. Honestly, I'm not sure why I dedicated an entire section to this Gamepass. It's just the most adorable and funniest thing they've ever added to Pressure. I treated my bunny like a pet dog in the first 20 minutes, and then I started throwing it around like a football.
I
bought the game pass.
Let's go! We got the game pass! Oh my god.
It follows you too. That's so cute.
Throw bunny. Wait,
It's
hold
so
on. Let me just.
cool, I love it.
Oh my god! I'm so sorry. Don't click throw.
Wait, why
Yeah,
you?
Yeah, you can also hold them.
Oh, there
You
we
can
go.
also
Okay,
hold
okay,
them.
there we go. Oh, it's fine. Whoa, this is cool. Oh, it's so cool.
Oh, I
Let
love it.
me drop.
Hey guys, I'm gonna just
Wait,
like.
there's an
Hey
inventory
guys,
system.
do you like my bun? Do you like my bunny? What if I just?
Oh, that's creeping me out. That was not
Hello.
Pinky.
Hi bunny. Hi bunny. Hi bunny. Hi bunny.
Shit.
Hi bunny. It isn't
Yeah.
just teleporting. Bunny! No!
Hold on, I got him.
Oh,
I got
okay.
him.
Oh boy, where do I even start on this section? This update brought this game an entire new album of official music, and god, is it just banger after banger. This OST just feels well beyond a damn Roblox game, for Christ's sake. It is just so insanely high quality. Sewer Creature is Abomination's chase theme. It starts off almost eerie as you travel through the pipes, but immediately brings in a guitar among the reveal of the fish. As the chase starts, it dives into not an insanely intense soundtrack, but more of a fast-moving, unsettling beat that perfectly fits the atmosphere. I'm so glad they took the song in a different direction from something like Pandemonium's hard rock tracks. This one isn't the most upbeat, which was the perfect decision, and that drop, oh my god, is it so good. Again, it's not too hardcore and not too chaotic, but more of a mature and smoother sounding song that is just so nice to listen to, while still keeping its intensity when you put it into the context of the moment. This is so close to being my favorite song of the update. But don't forget the Firewall theme. This one starts exactly as you'd expect it to, an eerie, slow rise up as the firewall flames and the gates open to drop into a surprisingly similar feel to Abomination's chase theme, almost as if they're connected. An almost softer sounding but energizing beat to not be too crazy. While I do think I have less to say about the song, it's really good, I like it. The staple song of this giant update is of course Beneath the Final Light. Noel came out of nowhere with an 8-minute long song completely building off of Search Party with a whole new, improved line of instruments along with an extension. I don't even know what to say anymore, this is just crazy. My favorite phase is definitely the last phase where the guitar strikes the most. The energy it creates is unreal for such an intense moment. Some other honorable mentions I must shout out for this new lineup of songs is Waste Shredder, the new Pandemonium track. Why Bother, another new Anticipation track. But by far my favorite song of the update is none other than Deeper, the new Anticipation track. This song is just give it a listen. I can't, it almost makes me feel emotional for how good of a drop that was. I was standing still in literal awe when I first heard this in the game. I can't believe this is the Roblox game. I can't believe it's such a professional OST that has to be tied to a company like this. I really don't know what else to say, just give everything to Noel for this line of soundtracks. I seriously feel like I'm ascending. This is legendary. Oh, and there's some more tracks though. You got They Breathe and They Move as the Oxygen Gardens theme. Go Fish is the Trudge theme, putting on a more intense vibe. Even Painter got in on his own music. Being a more playful yet eerie track, it's pretty cool. Let's see, seems like there's one more song I missed down here. Never mind, this song's just a little bit uncomfortable to say the least, because this song is tied to, well, more of the darker side of the update. Worth the Wait still has more to talk about, and it isn't the most pleasant stuff either. Watch this video to see me dive into the second part of the update, and thanks for watching.